Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. I'm Elijah, and this is the program that you're listening to. Man, they have a lot going on, but God has a way of doing things. He does. And I didn't give you the two dreams yesterday, but don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I mean, things like that, they happen. The Lord God tell you these things going to be because you fighting, man, you fighting a foe that's a formidable foe, but don't worry about it. Banned from the Bible, three books in one, the book of Enoch, Jubilee, and Hasher. So you gotta read Hasher first, then Jubilee, then Enoch. I've just been reading the dream where I got the books. Yeah, from another dream where I had gotten the books. So you gotta read Hasher, Jashr first. Got to read that book first. That's the testimony from the time we left the God until we're in the promised land. The first time. Jubilee is a prophecy, everything that was going to happen unto us from the time we left the God unto this day. Enoch is the prophecy, everything that was going to happen in the world from the beginning, from generation to generation. Next book the Lord God gave me, the Apocrypha. And this one is written by, it's a King James version. Knowledge, wisdom, understanding, faith, patience, hope, charity, judgment, the execution of righteous judgment, doctrine. Yeah, all that it tells you everything in that book. How the Bible came to be, who was going to be in it, who put it together, when, where, how, and why it was put together. You know everything about the Bible that you should know. Yeah, you should know. But when the Lord God brought it to me just like that. Wisdom book. Yeah, that's how he brought it to me. Just like that. So I suggest that you get the next book the Lord God gave me, the demons. The demons, you gotta know the demons, the testament of Solomon. And yeah, everything. Who they are, what their names are, what frustrates them, what they're scared of, what are their nature, what prophecy they had to say they was gonna do in the last day, and they're doing those. Man, demons, and that's who them people, them Jews, that's who they serve. They serve them demons. That's right. Everything they do is about controlling demons, and the demons are in control of them, and they just don't know it. So that's the testament of Solomon. And demons said that on the last day you're gonna worship us like we are gods, and that's what they're doing, man. That was all over television, all over everything. They've been doing it. They putting in the books, and how they put in the books from the books to the television, yeah, to your lives and everything that you do and touch. I told you once before, everything that you do and touch got an emblem on. The emblem is of a demon, and we're gonna get farther into this demon thing because man, I tell you, man, you can't. Well, we'll get into that later. So, next book that the Lord God, the Testament of 12 Patriarchs, the reason why I'm here. And this one's by Robert H. Charles. He said, I don't send Elijah for the great and dreadful day of the Lord. And he should turn the hearts of their children back to the father the hearts back to their children. He said, I come and strike the earth with a curse. But that's found in Malachi chapter 4, verse 5. I suggest you read Malachi chapter 4, verses 4 through 6. So who are the fathers? Reuben, Simeon, Levi, and Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, Dan, and Naphtali, Gad, and Asher, and Joseph, and Benjamin. Those are our fathers, man. They left us deathbed confessions, everything that was going to happen to us in this time. Exaltation of the last time, and tell us about the fallen angels. Tell us about a whole lot of things in these books, man. All our fathers told about what sins they had committed, how they got out the sins. They told us about prophecy of the last time, yeah, how we was going to go in captivity, what was going to happen to us in captivity, what was going to become of us in captivity, and how we was going to leave out of this captivity. Yeah, they tell us who's going to be over us while we was in captivity. Man, they tell us everything in that book. Yeah, they tell us what sins to avoid. Warning against sins, exaltation, that the seventh spirit of deceit. Man, they have everything in that book, and that law God. Just tell you, man, go get that book, man. Learn, man. Lord God wants you to have that book. God wants you to know. That's why he said, I'll turn your hearts of the children back to the fathers. That's why he's telling you that. So when you go read that book, man, you're Israel. You're not Jews. You're Israel. You're God's chosen people, man. Come on, man. Hey. So the next book the Lord God gave me, and this book is going to be basically in this book today. The book of first and second book of Adam and Eve. How it all started. This one here was written by Joseph Luckins. How it all started, how it first started, and heaven changed. God said, I'm God, I change just not. So whatever he did back then is still going on now. The same thing with Satan. Everything that Satan did back then, he's doing it now. It's the same thing, just in a different form. Yeah, bro. There's a reason and purpose for everything under the sun. Just like the Lord God told you. And so when you read that book, you find out where these things come from, how they start off. And when you go back and read the Gospels, or yeah, we can go read the Gospel of Jesus, or you go to yeah, the Gospel of Paul, the Apostles, and all the writings of them, then you know where it comes from, you know what it means. And then when everything open up to you, it does. All those things make up what? The Holy Bible. The Holy Bible came from somewhere. Came from somewhere, man. The Holy Bible came from somewhere. So now you know where the Holy Bible come from. Go read Second Maccabees. You know who put the Bible together. You know, yeah, you know those who say they are Jews but not. The wicked Jews got with Constantine, the Edomites, or whatever you want to call them. You saw children, you might say people, and put the Bible together. And now you know the Bible has been abridged. You ain't got no longer say, oh, you know they tamper with the Bible. You ain't got to say that no more. You ain't got to say that no more. You know where it comes from. The message that the Lord God gave to me. Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. So that's the message he gave to me to give to you. Not by might, not by, I'm just showing it to you again. Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. Now you look down there, got Deuteronomy chapter 28 and Deuteronomy chapter 7. We got a whole lot of things, but everything on that page, everything on that page comes from the Lord God. So not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, said the Lord of hosts. That's Zechariah chapter 4, verse 6. Oh, I suggest that you read Zechariah chapter 4, verses 4 through 6. Go read that, man. Learn. Yeah, that's a signet. Go read the book of Haggai. And Haggai, the Lord God tells the rebel, say, man, I'm going to use you as a signet to rebel. Told him just like that. And then came down. And that's the signet. Not by might, not by power, but by my spirit, says the Lord of hosts, letting you know that his returning is imminent. That's right. His turning is upon us, man. You're not gonna can't put this off. I told you, man, 3 years, man, everything gonna change. Everything changing now. You're just not paying attention. Everything gonna change this year coming up. Well, you're already in the year. The year started in November. November the 10th, or no, yeah, in November the 10th, I think that's everything started changing. And so when you get to January, everything ain't gonna change. You just deceiving yourself or being deceived by these people. Yeah, man, so much I can tell you, but everything comes in its time. So as the Lord God reveal it to me, as he tell me, go ahead tell him this. Go ahead tell him that. I'll tell you. Yeah, because a lot of stuff, just as much as I tell you, there's a lot of important things that I'm not telling because it's not time for me to tell you yet. Okay, well, we know that prophecy is going to be fulfilled, right? Okay, so I left out 2 dreams for you yesterday on in Eve. Yeah, yeah, remember, O Eve. Oh, yeah, remember, O Eve, our brightness. So that's the name of the video. I left them out. But anyway, so I watch the news. I watch the news, but I don't watch the news from the Sabbath. That doesn't mean that nothing going on, because most of those things happen when people don't keep the Sabbath day, don't keep the covenant day. When they stop keeping the covenant, that's when everything happens, all these shootings and everything going on. And I told you, and I'll tell you again, you got to get out from church houses. And not nice in those church houses. Now, evil and wicked people are in those church houses. Okay? And them Jews that work over there in Israel, not Israel, in Israel. Don't become Israel until we go over there, until God's chosen people goes back over there. But right now, it's just Jerusalem and Israel, just like you tell them. And that's lesser magic that they're using up on. But you wouldn't know that because why? Because you refuse to get back in the bonds of the Holy Covenant. But once you get back in the bonds of the Holy Covenant and the Lord God start trying your heart, and as you start trying your heart, he do things for you. And that's what, when you go read the book of Adam and Eve, then you see how Yeah, every time Adam repented and overcame Satan, God strengthened him according to his word, according to his righteousness. And at the end, Adam became perfect again. Okay, well, all I can do is tell you, and I tell you again, say, man, you don't have to buy the book, man. Just go online. Just go to YouTube. And the book is right there on YouTube. And listen to the women or the men read the book. But like I said, I got the book because I like to study. And so when I study, I just can go back over there and see exactly what God is doing, what God is saying, what Adam is doing, what Adam is saying, what the devil is doing. Yeah, and how he works his tricks. So man, this I used to have a program on WBOK in New Orleans. Yeah, WBOK 1230 AM down in New Orleans, Louisiana. But they didn't change. Everything didn't change. I'm doing on that station. But yeah, just do like I'm doing now. Go on there. Um, Go on there, the Lord God being gave me the dreams and giving dreams. I tell the dreams, tell them exactly what the dream says and things like that. I don't reveal the interpretation of the dream. I just tell them what happened in the dream. So if I tell them what happened in the dream, then I go read the scriptures that the Lord God being gave me to read. But anyway, so the dreams I'm telling you now, these dreams, it will about be might be 2 years old, might be 3 years old. Don't remember. Don't remember because man, the Lord God has showed and done so many things, but I wrote it down. So that's yeah, because over the weekend they had a shooting. I hope not to stay too long on this, but if I do, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You're supposed to be into the Lord God by now. Supposed to be having done something and getting back into your bright nature. All right, but anyway, so over the weekend they had another shooting, another church shooting. So as they had the church shooting, uh, man, that's just the behavior. Man, you're in the time of the false prophets, and you're the time that God taking his people home. So, yeah, so you're gonna have saints that are gonna get killed. That's right, and it's gonna get worse than this. That's why I'm telling you, get out to the church house, synagogues, sanctuaries, and those places like that, because it's gonna get real, real bad, and it's getting that way. But you don't understand that. Okay, but because you know you understand you're under that seducing spirit, under the seducing, um, yeah, you're under the seducing words of Satan. You're under that. You're in that darkness, and the Lord God told you about that darkness. But anyway, so yeah, so I watched T.G. Jakes, and I've seen this every time I look at T.G. Jakes on television. When he go there by his family, where his family be sitting at, and he go over there. So they always got a man staying over there. And so he had the man stand over there with his suit on and everything like that. And you can see that this man have a holster. You can see this man have a weapon on, bro. You're not fooling nobody, but that's not of God, man. Where's your faith? Where's your guardian angel? Where's him that's watching over you? The one that you confessing to the people. All of them doing it. Not just that, not man, they got so much wicked and crooked stuff going on, but we're gonna get into it. Yeah, so this is a dream, soul dream. And the paper torn off a little bit, but don't worry, you're gonna get the gist of it. So I was in the church house, the preacher had a gun holster. Yeah, the preacher had a shoulder holster on. When he started preaching, I didn't know what he was saying or what the sermon was about. He said he had a surprise. He brought this woman and they both stood before the pulpit and they had another preacher there. And the pastor and then got bring one with the shoulder holster. Yeah, the one with the shoulder holster, they was getting married. And I said, I could have done it. They got married and I woke up just like that. So that was the dream. But the dream was about man, you got guns in the church house. I thought that's supposed to be the sanctuary of God. I thought the God's supposed to be protecting you, and him and his holy angels supposed to be protecting you and watching over you. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Told you, man, y'all living a lie. You living a lie, you're gonna stay in that lie that you're living in, and you don't want to get out that lie, but that's all right. That's all right, because when Jesus said he come back, you got a reward with him, and he's giving it to you as he come. All right. Well, this all I can do is tell you like the Lord God given, and this was way before the started shooting in church and doing everything. And so the Lord showed me way ahead of time what this was going. So let me read the next dream. The next dream, I saw this young man that I knew from the 90s. We were sitting down. I was trying to remember to get them to remember where we knew each other from. I said, I remember we was talking about rap music. Remember me from the world, talking in New Orleans. Yeah, that's what I said. Remember me from the world, talking in New Orleans. Remember my telling about uh, telling about my relatives, and I tried to remember a name, like a Joan name. Next thing we was in New York. I wanted to tell him I wanted to tell him I had gone to New York and I got around the city on a snake. Got around the city on a snake. So, but when you say getting around the city on a snake, I could also mean, and you got those, what they call those things, subway. So I did ride the subway. I rode the bus too. That's how I got around. And one of the young men that was with him on the second floor was taking care of some business. But I didn't want that. Yeah, I was taking care of business, but I didn't want that kind and called down to the man I was with. And I woke up. Another dream I had, I said, they are coming to blows. Both they had knives in their hands. Yeah. So that was another dream I had about these two men was fighting. And I said they was coming to blows and both of them had knives in their hand. Other dream's a bad dream, man. Yeah, because what you don't understand, these people didn't put that crack cocaine, they didn't put that back on the streets. Yes, they have. They didn't let all those people that had those drug charges out. They let them out because they got to sell that coke. They got to sell that crack. They got to sell that coke again. Watch, you gonna see, and you gonna see, and they gonna start back selling that because that's what they do. All they do is flip it. They just flip the script. They just go backwards and forwards. Satan never change, and that's what they're doing. So, but God people not going for that. God people gonna be tried in the fire. That's what they call tried in the fire. So when they go back to that foolishness, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna work. They think they're gonna. Yeah, you might have some people, but guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna have your own children, just like now. And you don't understand that you're in them church houses doing all that praying and asking God to get your children, getting your children, the children and people off pills and drugs and everything, and you want to say, man, why is this not working? Because it's a lie. It's a lie. That's why it's not working, because it was the truth. The Lord God said it was the truth, then my people would have been healed. There, you see, I didn't send them. And that's what you said. So you're getting exactly what the Lord God said that you'll get. Okay, well, let's go one more. Let's go one more. Now, I told you I owe you another dream from yesterday. I told you 3 dreams right there. But let's get one more truth. So I was watching this man, Larry Hutchins, something like that. And he come on there, it's Larry Hutch TV. So I just called a little bit of it on that Demon Station Daystar. And I just told you if you go read the test, just listen to the Testament of the 12 picture of the woman, Testament of Solomon. And they have a woman that on YouTube talking about, man, you gotta go get these things before they cut YouTube out. Yeah, man, they don't have to cut it out. They're just gonna change the format on YouTube, and I see them changing it now. That's right. But so you gotta go get on there now and just listen to the Testament of Solomon about these demons, and you can listen to it over and over again how many times you want. Yeah, until you get the gist of it, and just like me, that's why I went and bought the book. But anyway, the Lord God gave me the book in the dream. The Lord God bought me the book in the dream. Next thing you know, I heard the book on YouTube, and then I went. Then next thing you know, I bought the book. That's how God do. Give you something in a dream, that means that's coming your way. Now, how it's coming your way, don't really reveal that to you, but you know that you're gonna get it. But anyway, I told you how I got the book and how the dreams. So Yeah, so Larry Hutch, let me get back to the story. So Larry Hutch, let me tell you again, Daystar, when you go read the testimony there, you hear about Daystar, and Daystar is a demon. That's a demon. And that channel that they worship, oh, the Daystar channel, that's a demon that these people up on there and all of them the same. It's worship. Now let me get back. Larry Hutch. So I just caught the last thing. I didn't catch the whole show. Just caught the last part. And so last part, he was bragging how they went to, yeah, he was bragging how they went to Israel, Jerusalem, Israel, and they got this, yeah, they didn't splice the DNA and took the DNA. The girl said the girl name is Tiz, and I forgot what they said the boy name was. Well, anyway, Lion. Yeah, the girl name is Tiz and the boy name is Lion. And so what they did, they had some type of rare form of disease or whatever. I don't know whatever they had. And so they went down and spliced certain DNA in there and it cured them. You see? So that's why I tell you, this man is supposed to be a pastor, prophet. I don't know what he's supposed to be, him and his wife. I don't know if they have followers. I don't know none of that. Because all I can do is give it to you because I haven't researched it, but I know that he's false and he's wicked and he's teaching God's people how to go there. And that's what God said. When you go read the book of Hasher, J-A-S-H, find out. The book of Jude, find out, man. That was the demons doing. And I told you, I keep telling you over and over again, man, you think you're going to have some person of the world, some cardinal person, some person out there filtering everything, having you to accept the mark of the beast? It's going to be Christians, pastors, preachers, teacher, shepherd, prophets going to be having that, and that's what he called himself. Whatever he called himself, I don't know what he called himself, because I mean, like I said, I don't follow. And I seen him one time on there before, but this time, so he talking about how they went over there in Jerusalem and Israel, and they're taking the spice and the DNA, and if whatever sickness or whatever you have, you can go over there, and you go over there and they spice the DNA, and then you find out that whatever you have is cured, it's gone. And that's what's going to happen. That's what's going to happen. They're going to say, and they're going to be sending flocking people, because these people are wicked. These people over there doing everything they're doing over there. They're doing it. I mean, I tell you, like the law God has given to me, and I know for myself, for facts, them people into every type of wicked and evil thing over there. With those computers and those demons showing them and teaching them what to do. Come on, man. Come on, man. And you, okay, well, you just keep on going on and thinking that's God's chosen people that are over there, and it's not. And I keep reading to you over and over again how the law God said, first time when he come back, he's going to destroy it all. All right? Well, all I can do is keep telling man, you better find out who God's chosen people really are. Because if you don't, you're going to be over there and they're going to have a little fake sickness on you, because they can easily do it, man. They can put it in your food. They can tell you, well, you go there and get this shot. And next thing you know, you're sick. And then you get into a desperate situation. Oh, man, I got this stuff. And they say, all I got to do is go over there, and they're going to take and splice and put that blood in me. Yeah, they already got a computer over there, man. Man, they show it to you on television all the time, bro. They're showing it to your little kids right now as they grow up. Yeah, man, they put that stuff in the cartoon. Put that stuff in the cartoon and show your children and make it seem like it's all right. And I watched the other day, man. They tell you that and showed it on cartoon. They had a little fake cartoon, computer. And on that, it showed them how to splice the DNA. So you see, splice the DNA, and then that DNA splice another DNA, and that DNA splice another DNA. Yeah. Dietropylene nuclear acid, something like that. That was DNA mean. And so that was what they were showing them little children, and them children grow up, and that's what they want to get into, and that is up to devil. Okay, that's evil and wicked. You're supposed to be depending upon the law of God. This man, you don't supposed to be depending upon no man to heal. You're supposed to be depending upon the law of God himself to send one of his holy angels to heal you. Not that. I mean, I didn't heal people. I mean, through God have healed people through me. I didn't do the healing. I just was there. And God just tell me, go there, and I'm going to heal this man. And I went there and asked the man, do you what you want God to heal? He said, yeah. So that's how it happened. I mean, all I can do is tell you. But anyways, so anyway, other ways to the law of God heal people. But it was the law of God healing the people. It wasn't no man. No man was healing nobody. It was no man. I keep telling you that, man. I'll tell you over and over again. And then you ain't got to be the raw man. I told you, you could be on the bottom floor, and that person be on the second, third floor dying. All you got to do, if you are the man of the law of God, all you got to do is pray. Say, man, go up there and heal that man. Pray and ask the law of God to go heal him, and that's the law of God to do. Gonna go up there and heal him. Yeah, he ain't gonna know. He ain't gonna know, but I'm just telling you, man. So, so yeah, that's how they gonna get you to accept the mark of the beast, man. I'm telling you, bro, it's gonna be pastors and preachers and all these other people telling you to go get that mark and stop depending upon God. And that's how it gonna happen. Get out those church houses. I'm telling you, keep warning over and over and over. Get out those church houses. You following false prophet, false preacher. Like they had this man on his program man. I just forgot the name of his program. On his program, all he's preaching is, grace, preaching grace, and that man don't know nothing about grace. Preaching grace and peace, and and how God, how this Jonah, and Jonah was mad and at these people and everything, and God had just spared him, and he didn't. Man, you don't know all that story. You don't know all that story. You gotta go read the book of Tobias and find out. Tobias, yeah, when he told, Tobit, and Tobit told his son Tobias, he said, man, you gotta leave this place because whatever Jonah said gonna happen, I believe God is gonna do it. And God did it. I'm telling you, bro. So you listen to half truths, and all you know that the Bible has been a bridge. Come on, man. So I'll tell you how I know these things. Because I did as the Lord God said, I got out this church house. I repented by whole. I did like King David. King David said he laid on that bed and he repented. And he repented. And he confessed all them sins from the time he was born until that day. Just like me, I confessed my sins from the time I was born until the day. Confessed them all. And then after I confessed them all, I told you where it happened to me. Man, go listen to one of my videos. Because this video here gonna be gone. I ain't gonna be able to. I ain't gonna be guided into what I really want to get into. So, but anyway, so after I did that, man, I repented, got rebaptized in Jesus' name, done that, and humbled myself before the throne and start keeping God's holy covenant. Yeah, I went to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Book of Isaiah, and that's how I started off reading the book of Isaiah. I was keeping the Sabbath, and I said, man, what is this? And it said about a covenant. And I said, Cat Sabbath is a covenant. And then I started getting into it, start keeping God's holy covenant. And the next thing you know, God was trying me at different things. And the next thing you know, man, everything changed. Everything changed. Everything changed. So I will tell you about the journey. So I hope when you go on a journey and you experience these different things, and hope that God just continue on being with you. And you keep on keeping this holy covenant, and God gonna keep on blessing you and keep on being with you, man, and you're gonna increase in everything. All I can do is tell you, don't look for no money. It's not about money. So if you're looking for money and profit, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen because it's not about that. All right, it's about return to your bright nature. So let's go. All right. So God had told, we're still in the book of Adam and Eve. I'm sorry I took up all your time. But hopefully I do better tomorrow. I'm going to have to be out doing all this speeching and all this talking. I just can go to the book and read. But like I say, the book of Adam and Eve is on YouTube. So this go listen to it. Go listen to it. When I purchased this book, I didn't pay that much for this book. I bought it from less than $15. I bought it from Amazon. Okay, so but make sure you get they got two copies. Make sure you get the copy of Joe Lumpkin's copy and not Robert Charles' copy, because you will find out they've written it kind of different. Yeah. So all right, let's go. Okay. So after Eve had praying for Adam, and we're talking about, and the Lord God told Eve about say how they done that on their own free will, and then the Lord God told him how he had took Satan and cast him down out of heaven. Yeah, that's how he told. And so when Adam and Eve heard these words from God, they cried and sorrowed even more. and they strengthened their hearts, and because they had felt that God was to them like a father and mother. I had read that to you. And yeah, so and he told them to say, let them go return to God, and told them about the 500 and yeah, the 5.5 days fulfilled. And that's when Jesus came. So you know Jesus came. Yeah, that was the prophecy. That God gave them that prophecy. And you know that yeah. So we'll say Adam cried and said, "Oh God, when we live in the garden, our house was lifted up, and we saw the angels sing." I read that to you too. We saw the angels that sing praises in heaven, but now we can't see them like we once saw. No, when we were entering the cave, all the creation became hidden for us. Then God, the Lord, said unto Adam, when you were under subjection to me, see, when you was under subjection to me, you had a bright nature within you, and for this reason you could see distant things. But after the transgression, bright nature was taken out of you, and it was not left in you to see distant things, but only things near to you, as the ability of the flesh is brutish. And when Adam and Eve heard these words from God, they went their way praising and worshiping him and sorrowful him with a sorrowful heart, and God ceased communion with them. But that's what you're saying. When Jesus came back and kept the 5,500 years, now we can get back to that bright nature. So that's what this is about. It's about you worshiping God. Those who worship God worship in spirit and truth, like your father Adam. See, there was no money involved and nothing like that involved with that. And that's what you got to get back to. And stop letting the devil deceive you with these money and material things, and get back praising and worshiping God. When you go read, uh, when you read the Apocrypha, that's this book here. When you go read the Apocrypha, God tell you what he said He's gonna give it to you. Yeah, He said He's gonna give you food, He's gonna give you clothing, He's gonna give you shelter, and He's gonna give you water, bread, clothing, and shelter. That's what He said He's gonna give you. Those things that He's gonna give it to you. Okay, well, all I can do is tell you. So you're supposed to be getting back to your bright nature, but these pastors and preachers have to have you going the other way, that you're still in darkness. All right, let's keep reading that. And Adam and Eve came out the cave, and they came near to the garden of east. All right, I read that to you about the plagues. And Eve was crying, and asked Adam, said, "Man, why you going to that?" Right. So I read that to you. We gotta forgive me, man. I don't go back over these things. I just keep going forward like the Lord God want me to do. Keep going forward. All right. So they had went into water. All right. I'm trying to get to the darkness, because that's where we're at. We're in darkness. Yeah. That's where we're at, in darkness. So I'm trying to get to that darkness. Man, I'm not starting a new video over. I mean, I just make this video a little longer, because all I'm trying to do is get to the darkness. Yeah. All right. Eve felt himself burning for thirst. All right. Man, standing in the darkness. I'm trying to get to that. Well, Adam and Eve felt himself burning and thirst and heat and sorrow. And Adam said to Eve, "We should not drink of this water." Okay, because they're eternal. So I read that to you. I mean, you got to forgive me. There was in the darkness they came to. Adam beat his chest, and Eve moaned the whole night, the first light of dawn, and sighed over the length of the dark of Ma'izah. That's what it says. And Adam beat himself and threw himself on the ground and caved for bitter grief, because of the darkness lay there as day. And Eve heard the noise made and falling from Adam, fell for him, and she was afraid and speechless. Okay. Yeah, this one part I'm reading to you. All right, so because of the darkness lay there day, but Eve heard the noise and made falling on the ground and felt about for him with her hands and found him as like a coffin. She was afraid, speechless, and remained by him. But the merciful Lord looked on the death of Adam and Eve, silent from fear of the darkness. See, Because that's when the law of God, let me finish reading. And the word of God came to Adam and raised him up from the dead and opened Eve's mouth that she might speak. Then Adam stood up in the cave and said, "Oh God, why has light departed from us and darkness covered us?" So this part also I'm getting to. Why did you leave us in this extensive darkness? Why do you plague us like this? And in this darkness, oh Lord, where was it before it covered us? So now this the question. This the program is about this morning, about the darkness is what I want to tell you about. Yeah, because Jesus, no, I'm going to get to this, then we go to Jesus. Why do you plague us like this? In this darkness, O Lord, where was it before it covered? It is because of this that we cannot see each other. For so long as we was in the garden, we neither saw nor even knew what darkness was. See, they didn't know, and that's what you're getting back to. Man, that's why Jesus told you, said, man, ain't gonna be no darkness where we going back. We trying to get back to our bright nature. We trying to get back to the garden where it's nothing but light. There's no darkness there at all. Yeah. Man, they didn't sleep or nothing, man. Oh, come on, bro. We was different beings. We didn't need no rest or anything. Man, I was not hidden from Eve, neither was she hidden from me until now that she could not see me, and no darkness came over us to separate us from each other. But she and I were both in one bright light. See, we're getting back to our bright light, our bright nature that we once was. That's what this is about. That's what you're supposed to be doing. But these pastors and preachers and everybody else got you thinking something different. Yeah, man, come on, man. That's what you probably get. They got you running behind things that are built to nothing. That's why I keep telling that. And if you listen to all my other videos, you know that I keep telling the same thing. Jesus gave it to me, I gave it to you. But she said, we both in one, yeah. But she said, I were both in one bright light. I saw her, she saw me. Yet, now since we came into this cave, darkness has covered us and separated us from each other so that I cannot see her and she does not see me. Oh Lord, would you plague us with this darkness? And that's what's going on, man. You can't see that woman. That woman can't see you no more. Why? Because both of y'all are in darkness. All right? So when you get out that darkness, you're going to really see her. You can be married to her right now, you don't see her. And she doesn't see you. Why? Because of the darkness. All right. Dogs, all the stuff you running behind, everything you're doing, you and her not serving the law of God, trying to get back to your bright nature. Because once you get back to your bright nature, you're going to see her, she's going to see you, and it's going to be a difference, a big difference. Then when God, who is merciful, full of pity, heard Adam's voice, he said to him, "O Adam, so long as the good angel was obedient to me," the good angel, "a bright light rested on him and on his host." So was the good Adam and Eve. They were good angels. And that bright light that we tell them, that bright light rested upon them. Okay? It rested on him and his host, everybody. But when he transgressed my command. Now he's talking about the devil. See, you got to know what you read. So long as the good angel was obedient to me, that's Satan. Now it's Satan and that's Adam also, because Adam is an angel too. A bright light rested upon him and on his host. Now just listen. But when he transgressed my commandment, I disposed him of that bright nature, and he became dark. Now Satan became black, dark, black. That's what he said. And you read the book, it tells you, say black, 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 burnt black. All right. And when he was in the heavens, in the realms of the light, he knew nothing of darkness. But he transgressed, and I made him fall from heaven unto the earth. So that's what Satan had been on the earth before man. Come on, man. That's what God telling you. You know the demons was commit. Man, the angels was made before man. Come on, bro. You gotta read it. That's why God said, I prefer you to have the knowledge of God instead of burnt offering and sacrifice like they do in these church houses. You're not giving you the knowledge of God, but all that foolishness is keeping you dumbed down. And keeping you dumbed down and keep you in that darkness, and you're gonna pay for that. And they're going to pay, and you paying for it right now. You, your children, everybody that's like children out there strung out on drugs and running behind stuff and committing fornication and adultery and everything. Because they're still in that darkness. Why? Because they've been taught. And who taught them that? You. I taught mine that too. Run behind, go get an education, baby. Now she got an education with no husband. Yeah, not just her, a lot of them out there. They got education, oh, brilliant women, but they don't have no husband. Some of them got education and they having sex, but they ain't got no husband, got no man, got no children, don't have nothing. Okay. And they got what phrase going on, I can do bad by myself. Man, come on, bro. So anyway, but the transgression I made, he fell down from the heaven unto the earth. And it was this darkness that came over him. Now that's why now you know what the darkness is. And O Adam, while in my garden and obedient to me, that bright light rested also upon you. See, I tell you, bro, I already know. That's why I could tell you that it was talking about Adam also. All right, the bright light rested also upon you. But when I heard of your transgression, I took from you the bright light. See, angels, man, come on, bro. Yet of my mercy I did not turn you into darkness, but I made your body of flesh, over which I spread the skin in order. Let's see, let's finish, get to it. In order it may bear, oh man, yeah, okay, let me make sure. In order that it may bear cold and heat. Now, this morning it was cold, but now it's hot this morning. If I had let my wrath fall heavily upon you, I should have destroyed you and have turned you into darkness, and it would have been as I have killed you. But in my mercy I have made you as you are when you transgress my commandment. O Adam, I drove you from the garden and made you come forth into this land and command you to live in this cave in darkness and cover you as it did over him who transgressed my commandment. And that's why we're in this darkness. And the preachers, pastors, and teachers, and telling you how to get out this darkness. They don't even know that you are in the darkness. All they say, oh, you sin, but it's more than that. Sin is darkness. Sin is separation. Man, there's so much to sin. And that's why you're living in this darkness. And that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to get back. That's all Adam did, was try to get back to that garden. That's all he did. That's kept everything God told him, he did. Why? He didn't want to become a transgressor a second time. And he did. And he won the battle. Well, let me finish reading. Thus, O Adam, had this night deceived you. It is not to last forever, but it's only 12 hours. When it's over, daylight will return. Do not sigh or be moved, or do not say in your heart that this darkness is long and drags on weary. Excuse me. Oh man. Do not sigh or be moved. Do not say in your heart that this darkness is long and drags on wearily. Do not say in your heart that I plague you with. Do not say in your heart that I plague you with it. That we telling Adam. This is God speaking. Strengthen your heart and be not afraid. The darkness is not a punishment, Adam. I have made the day and I have placed the sun in it to give light in order that you and your children should do your work. That's what he said. Now he's telling you, God had all this planned out because he knew that man was going to sin. All that. Go ahead. Well, you say, whoa, wait, Elijah, how you know that? I'm about to read it to you. For I knew you would sin and transgress and come out into this land. Yet I wouldn't force you, nor ride herd over you, nor shut up, nor doom you to your fall, nor through your coming out from the light into the darkness, not yet through your coming from the garden into this land. For I made you of light, and I made you of the light, and I will to bring out the children of light from you that were like you. I'm going to repeat that. I know I chopped it up, but I can repeat it. It's right here. Yet I would not force you, nor ride herd over you, nor shut up, nor doom you through your fall, nor through your coming out from the light into the dark, nor yet through your coming from the garden into this land. For I made you of the light, and I will to bring out children of light from you that were like you. So that's what this is about. And it still is about. It's about, man, go read, when you read, that's why I tell you, read, man, get you some knowledge. Go read the Testament of the 12 Patriarchs. Go read the Testament of the 12 Patriarchs. And it tells you what's going to happen. Tell you exactly what's going to happen. Because we're Israel. They had two children. He had Cain and Abel. And you read one of the books, God asked the words. I thought you planted good seeds. And said, let me tell him, yes, I did. And then he said, but the wicked one came in there and planted the evil seed, and that seed became Cain, and that seed left them and went on about his business, and Abel slew Abel. Man, that was Jesus tell you that. Lord God tell you what's happening. But you listen to these pastors and preachers, and they got you running towards money, gold, silver, fine raiment, everything but trying to get back to your bright nature as Adam, our father, had taught us to do. All right, let's go. But you did not keep my commandment one day until I had finished the creation and blessed everything in it. So we didn't. A day is 1,000 years. 1,000 years is a day. We didn't do that. Adam, man, that's why Adam didn't live but 970 years. Okay. Then concerning the tree, I command you not to eat of it. Yet I knew that Satan, who deceived himself, would also deceive you. See, God knew all this. All this was planned out. So I made known to you by the means of the tree, do not come near him. And I told you not to eat of that tree thereof, nor to taste of it, nor yet to sit under it, nor to yield to it. Had I not spoken to you, O Adam, concerning the tree, I read this to you before. Had I not spoken to you, O Adam, concerning the tree, had I left you without a commandment, you had sinned, it would have been an offense on my part. For not having given you any order, you would turn around and blame me for it. I can read it to you again. Read it to you again. Had I not spoken to you, O Adam, concerning the tree, and had I left without a commandment, and you had sinned, it would have been an offense on my part. For not having given you any order, you would turn around and blame me for it. And that's what we do. That's why I keep telling you, come out of these church houses. So you can't say, well, God, you never tell us to come out the church house, the sanctuary, the synagogue, temple. And God said, no, I told you to come out. You wasn't paying attention. And then you say, then you got these false pastors and preachers and all like that. And then you're going to say, well, Lord, you never told us that this pastor and preacher was false. Then he said, no, I did. I told you in the gospel. Yeah, I told you in the gospel in the last days you're going to have many false prophets like tempests. I told you that. They're going to have many false prophets in the last day. I told you that in the book of Jeremiah. I told you that in the book of Ezekiel. And then you're going to say, but I told you. So this is what this is about. That's why you see I was saying Elijah to you before the great and dreadful day of the Lord, and she turned the hearts of the children back to fall. He said, coming, because he's telling you that the great and dreadful day of the Lord is coming. It's time. It's time. And you have to repent. If I'm here, you know it's time. All right. Okay. So you say you'll blame me for, but I commanded you and warned you, and you fell, so that my creatures could not blame me, but the blame rests upon them alone. And that's what it is. That's why I'm telling you. And that's what the law of God tell you. When you go get this paper, if you have the paper, not by might, not by power, but by my spirit. And they got a paper on Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 18. See, it's right there. It's right there in the corner. Let's see. It's right there. See that right there. See? I'm going to put it on this finger. See right there? See where my finger at? This finger here. Got Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 18. So let's go there right there. Let's go there. I mean, all I can do is give it to you like the law of God give it to me. And that's how He's giving it to me. So let's go Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 18. I told you, man, everything is on that paper, bro. You just not paying attention. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 18. Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 18. All right. Here we go. When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not a warning, nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, The same wicked man should die in his iniquity, but his blood will I require at your hand. So that's why I'm telling you, bro. Because I don't want that God blood, man. That's why I'm telling you, and that's what the Lord God telling you too. I'm telling you this thing. So you can't say, well, God, you ain't never showed and told us how all these things happened came about. You said, no, yes, I did. Yes, I did. I told you in the book of Adam and Eve at the beginning. That's right. Then you say, well, God, I mean, I never had that book. You say, well, you go in the Holy Bible. They got something in there, the gospel. Yeah, it's in there. Yeah, but I command you and warned you, and you fell, so that my creatures could not blame me. But the blame rests upon them. That's the full gospel. And, O Adam, I have made the day so that you and your descendant can work and toil in it. And I have made the night for them to rest in it from their work, and from the beasts of the field to go forth by night and look for their food. And that's why you got it. That's how it is. So when you go out, man, when you go out, I see everything, raccoon there, and I live in the city. I see the raccoon, I done seen coyotes, possums, cats, everything, man. They be hunting at night. But a little darkness now remains, O Adam, and the daylight will soon appear. So that's what mean Jesus coming back. So let me get this last to you, then I'm gonna be finished for this time anyway. Don't worry. Don't worry. All right, so let's go to Jesus. So let's go to full gospel. Yeah, you got man, you got to know these things, bro. Because Jesus already told you, man. You listen to these pastors and preachers, bro, and they're not teaching you. They're not teaching you, man. They're not teaching you, yeah. So Matthew's chapter 6. This is where I'm going. This is where I'm going to Matthew's chapter 6. And I think I'm gonna start at well, all this is about, man. Matthew's chapter 6. Take heed that you do not do your alms before men that are seen of them, otherwise you have no reward of your Father which is in heaven. See? Therefore, now this should be open up to you. Therefore, when thou doest thy alms, do not sound the trumpet before thee, as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have the glory of men. Verily I say unto you that they have their reward. But when thou doest alms, let not the left hand know what the right hand doeth, that thy alms may be in secret, and thy Father will see it in secret, himself shall reward thee openly. When thou prayest, thou shalt not be as the hypocrites are, for they love to pray standing where? In the synagogues, in the corners of the street, that they may be seen of men. Verily I say unto you that they have their reward. Okay? But thou, when thou prayest, enter into thy closet. When thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret. And thy Father will see it in secret, shall reward open. That's another thing. See, when Adam and Eve went in that cave at night, what they was doing? Praying. Come on, bro. Come on. And when you pray, use not vain repetition as the heathen do, for they think they should be heard for their much speaking. That's what they do. Man, all them long prayers, damn, be hearing them preach. I've done it once before, and I just happened to be up under a wise preacher. Reverend Sam Hatley. That's when I first started off, and he pulled my coattails and said, man, you ain't got to do all that preach. You ain't got to say all them prayers. And then that's how you taught me. But I had to learn. But be not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things you have need of before you ask him. After this manner therefore pray, O our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is done in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and the glory forever. So when you now, once you read that book, once you get in those books and read, now you understand all this, because your father Adam, that's what he did. When he got up in the morning at sunrise, he was praying. And when that sun set, he was praying. At night in the bed, he was praying. And that's been always from Adam all the way up to me. That's how we do. Yeah, that's how. All I can do is give it to you like the Lord God has given it to me. Okay. More when ye fast, be not as the hypocrite of a sad conscience, where they disfigure their face, for they may appear unto men to fast. For I say unto you, they have their reward. But when thou fast, anoint thy head and wash thy face, that thou appear not unto men to fast, but unto thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father will see it in secret, shall reward you openly. And Adam and Eve kept on fasting and praying. Man, come on, bro. That's all they did was fast and pray. Adam and Eve, when they came out of the garden, trying to get back to God. And these people got you, got you deceived, fasting and praying for what? For material things. And the Lord God tell you, now, man, come on, bro. So now you should know what's going on. Lay not yourself treasure upon earth, with the moth rust do corrupt, and when through thieves break through and steal. So that's what the Lord God, that's what Adam and Eve was doing, man. That's what your fathers and them was doing, man. On our holy mountain, that's what we did. We didn't have none of that. We were looking for treasures on earth, man. All we was doing is praying, fasting, and doing what thus said Lord. Why? To get back. To get back our bright nature and keep the little bright nature that we have left, so we can get back to what? Our land, man. Get back to Eden. Get back to Holy Mount Zion. Man, this is what this is all about, bro. But lay up for yourself treasure in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, where thieves do not break through, not steal. And that's what our fathers and them did. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also in the air. Where Adam's treasure was at, where Eve's treasure was at. Back in that garden, back in the Garden of Eden, back in the Garden of Eden. That's what they're trying. That's what you're supposed to be like. All right, let's keep going. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore the eye be single, the whole body should be what? Full of light. And that's what Adam was. His eyes were single. He didn't want that tree no more. He didn't want that divinity no more. All he was doing, what? Trying to get back to his bright nature. Trying to get back to that God. And that's the singleness of heart. That's what you're supposed to be doing. Worshiping, praising God, trying to get back. But let's finish, because that's what this lesson was about, darkness. Okay. But if thy eye be evil, the whole body should be full of darkness. Now, are they high evil? It's no such thing as well, we should know by now. We should know by now. These people, all they after is monies and things, and they are full of darkness. That's what they are. And so if they're full of darkness, who they serving? Satan. And what if they're serving Satan? What they gonna lead to you to? Keep you in this darkness that you're already in. So when you're in this, to keep this darkness that you're already in, and you are in this darkness. Now you can't deny that you're not in the darkness. But when you come back to get back in the bonds for Holy Covenant and do as the Lord God commands you to do, and you get back bound the Holy Covenant, then what? Your bright nature's coming through. You don't have to worry about, man, I don't worry about all those different things, the more falling and getting back. I don't do all that. I don't. I'm just telling you how the Lord God has made it for me since I got into his Holy Covenant. Man, I don't have, this is going to be just a few more minutes, I'm going to be gone. I don't have those struggles no more. And see, one time I had those struggles. I had a struggle with fornication. God said, oh man, I'm going to try to make it work with this woman and get married, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. Why? Because I didn't humble myself. I wasn't in his holy covenant. Now, I was a preacher, but I wasn't in God's holy covenant. I wasn't doing what was right. Or I was doing, regurgitating those things that I had learned from somebody else, still waiting patiently upon the Lord. And the Lord, when you wait patiently, the Lord going to send your wife when you wait patiently upon him. But I didn't do that. And didn't do it over and over again. Kept falling again. Why? Because you're under these people. These people not teaching you what thus say the Lord. And you want to be like them. Ride fine, already a nice home and wife and all that foolishness. But that's not of God. That's not of God. All right. Well, you just keep on doing. And you're going to keep falling back in the same sin. You're dealing with alcohol, you're going to fall back in the alcohol sin. Yeah, drugs, and fall back in the drugs. You can say, man, why I'm falling back in this? I thought I have overcome these things. No, you haven't. Because you're not. Now, you got such thing as you do overcome. But when you overcome certain things, just listen to me. When you overcome certain things, a lot of people overcome drugs and all that, all those type of things. Then they go in that church house, then they have several more demons more wicked than before. So it don't be that same demon. You don't smoke cigarettes no more, and you don't do drugs and all that no more. But they have different demons now. You gamble, You commit fornication. You running behind jewelry. You getting tattoos up and all those different things. But you think that those are demons. All right. Well, all I can do is give it to you like the Lord God has and give it to me. So now you know. So that's darkness. But if the eye be evil, the whole body should be full of darkness. The whole body. See, if the eye be evil, the whole body should be full of darkness. Therefore, the light that is in thee be darkness. And how great is that darkness? That's the Lord God telling you. Man, come on, bro. You still in these church houses, synagogues, and sanctuary and everything, doing all these things, and you have an evil eye and your whole body is full of darkness, but you don't think so. All right, let's go to the next verse. No man can serve two masters, for either he will hate the one or love the other, or else he will hold to one and despise the other. You cannot serve God and mammon. Can't do it. And then when you go to this book, the Gnostic Gospel, Thomas, Mary, and John, I hope I say that book, because those things in this book is just not in. In this book here, in the Acts of John, John tell you that mammon is the god of money. That's what he tells you in this book. I read that to you before in another video. And so mammon is the god of money. So that's what Jesus said. You cannot serve God and mammon. Can't do it. Therefore I said, you take no thought of your life, that what you should eat or what you should drink, nor yet for your body, which you should put on. Is not the life more than the meat, and the body more than the fine raiment? So I'm going to stop it off right there. But anyway, so that's what I'm telling you, man. I just went over, truly over out. But anyway, so that's what I'm telling you. That how our father Adam did, and then so when you read that, then you can go back and read what the word of God, because you know Jesus is the word of God, and see what the word of God said, because he was there. When all these things happened, the word of God was there, Jesus was there. And that's what the people don't understand. But anyway, this is not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. Not by might nor by power, but by my spirit, say the Lord of hosts. I'm Elijah. Until next time.